No touching. Next on the agenda. Come on, focus.
He's hiding back there.
Come on, focus. Next on the agenda.
Gotcha.
Come on, focus. Must press on.
You've got some skills. All you do is run. Wait! Crush you! Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! Let the show begin. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, hi, huh?
Now,
that ended right. Next on the agenda...
Die.
Next on the agenda... Next on the agenda... Come on! Focus!
I'll protect us. Oh. Hi. Oh, no! Ouchie! Ready, steady, go!
I can fix this! Next on the agenda...
Die here.
Let's dance. Hi. Oh. Ouchie. Yeah. Oh. Huh. Huh. Hi. Oh, ink. Hi. Hi. Huh. Let's dance. Oh.
Go, Barbara, go! Access! Next on the agenda... Born of Ice and Frost.
I'll protect us.
Must press...
Let the show begin. Ow. Hi.
Die here.
Let's dance.
No.
Let the show begin. Go for
Suddenly you win.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation. And now that I consider the map, you had no connection to the Gnosis. No matter where it had been.
That's what we've been trying to tell you!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eye. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle is already... Anyone who strives as I do to grow strong...
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to...
Unfortunately, given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by... In fact, it might be that the Exuvia...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also... As such, we must...
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come. The truth is, unfortunately, we can...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone...
A god?
Osile, overlord of the vortex. If such an ancient... Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would...
But the Arc...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are such... Oh, Paimon remembers now! The Fatui have been researching them!
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with using the powers of... But knowing that such an act... Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on? Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really would... Did we make it in time?
What?
are you doing?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fight...
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Lila? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessary.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of Lilith. Can't you...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hand. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wild...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful. So be it. We haven't a moment to spare. Yep.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Don't be a killjoy! I miscalculated. Let's move.
Back at ya! Power that ended Python!
Let's
Looks like
stay!
I went too far.
Go, Barbara, go! What is that?
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
for slacking. Time to fulfill my duty.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Karst! Wow! It's a Madam Pink shockwave! This granny's really strong!
This isn't good.
Let's dance! Yeah! Yeah!
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast! Let the show begin.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
This isn't good.
Access denied.
Disgusting.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Let's end this quickly.
Look at me.
Yes, this is it. Put your back into it. Cold cut plan.
This is long overdue.
I'm not breaking. You're not going anywhere.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new...
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a...
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him, but I dared not speak. I could only gaze...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something the Animal Archon sought to quell this.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of... As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an Outlander who has lent us...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend... I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there. When danger is near, thanks for protecting...
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti. Although their blood is the time of contract.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city... One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond... Fair enough. Away we shall.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chief...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting... Child wanted to unleash the god, so he... But we were able to handle the... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need... Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong... Last time we saw Zhong... Do you think he doesn't... We had better go and make...
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? Oh, it seems that's...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the City of Bards, was it? Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been...
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could hit. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers...
Well, if it isn't you...
Paimon knew that we should never have...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, besides, I thought we were getting... Nothing personal. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the no...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see. Am I...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can... Until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the... I stood motionless.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider... Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine power?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, the Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of... And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. These things were all... I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control.
Huh? That doesn't sound good.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may.
Well then...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
Realistically speaking, there is...
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. My agreement with the Cryo-Arc. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scale, uncover that answer for yourself.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, so oh, there's only one real Fatui. Shh.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's very I mean, it all fits to... Still, what?
Ah, forget...
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars 8 gods and rumors and hearsay having been thwarted, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that's how they're... Something feels off. What could the Qixing... Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and...
As said previously,
3,700 years of contracts burnt and...
we, the people of Liyue,
The long, unending dream of our Archon walk...
now that we have awoken from our will you stand with us?
So concludes the words of her Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is.
Is that the traveler who they say
So young. The Liyue Qixing always. Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person?
As for the mortal...
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming. But it seems as if, well...
Perhaps...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotion, and here you are looking all the...
Right. If... You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Mora...
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to...
Well, we were only spent in the city of Commerce, the Archon Morax. I will treasure the memories that I... That is true.
Paimon thinks...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. The Electro-Archon Ball.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying, Zhongli...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and... This is what visions are. Magic...
Uh-huh. That's how people...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed...
They want to seize visions. But what?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal... The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quote, 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is near it. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way.
These are indeed false. I've heard that Ningguang... Ha. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your... Since Morax is dead... Also, isn't the gold...
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy...
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is come...
Yes, this is indeed a... Well...
Then, did you at least set some private funds...
Oh, a private fund. This does seem...
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the adept coaching is absolutely now. Could the... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the adept coaching is now. Could the... All right then. Was there anything else you wished? That's... I hint... How did I... All right then. Was there... Well then.